Welcome to the TNT Monster Truck Challenge. The 1990 World Tour gets underway with the bone-rattling Gravedigger, the wall-bashing Wildhair, and the ornery Outlaw. From the state capital of West Virginia in Charleston, welcome to ESPN's coverage of the TNT Monster Truck Challenge. Hi again, everyone. I'm Scott Douglas with Chris Chapman in Charleston, West Virginia. This is where the 1990 TNT Monster Truck Challenge season opens with racing in the Charleston Civic Center.
Yes, it does, Scott, and it's the first time for the Monsters to race in the Civic Center. Our show today includes highlights from 2 days of racing. Superstars that were present include the likes of USA 1, the Gravedigger, Nightlife, and Jersey Outlaw.
Other superstars of TNT Monster Truck Racing were in other locations. We'll also see highlights of that action today on ESPN. Network with the TNT Monster Truck Challenge in Charleston, West Virginia, the beautiful Charleston Civic Center, and the all-new Wildhair for 1990. This is Marvin Smith. He drove the Stomper in years previous. A new image for Marvin Smith, a new truck, a new paint design, and Marvin says 1990 is going to be the year of the wild thing, the Wildhair. And Thunder Chicken will line up beside him here at the Charleston Civic Center. The brand new Wildhair ready to go into action against Kid Rarick's Thunder Chicken out of Pennsylvania. Smith in trouble at the end of the course and into the wall at the Charleston, West Virginia Civic Center. Marvin Smith and Wildhair taking out the wall in Charleston, West Virginia, and there you see the damage as Marvin came through it. Wow, what a run and what a way to start 1990. Brand new truck, and that's not the way Marvin Smith wanted to indoctrinate it, but maybe that kind of shows us the attitude that Smith is going to enter 1990 with, going all out every inch of the way, every time out. This time, a little bit too far. Here it is again. Smith coming at you now. Hits the cars, and you can see he kind of wheel stands, everything on the back. As he comes down, Smith was just unable to get it back under control. Veering off to the right side of the course, and bam, into the wall at the end of the Charleston Civic Center as the Wildhair almost came through. The safety barricades actually did their job, or it would have been much worse for Marvin Smith and Wildhair. He might have come completely through the thing. As we see him rolling out, it doesn't look like a substantial amount of damage to the Wildhair. Chris Chapman's working her way back into the pits. She's going to have a word with Marvin Smith to see exactly what happened with the Wildhair as the work goes on inside to repair the building.
Marvin, not a very fun way to start 1990.
You know, Chris, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't enjoy the ride, but at least, like I said, when we came out, put on the show. That's what we're here for. That's what we're going to do.
Put on a show indeed. There you see him again, getting way up in the air. Kind of looks like he just got off of a music video with that wild-looking Wildhair, and he gave him a wild ride in Charleston. Marvin Smith showing us a brand new truck and maybe a brand new ride in 1990. The Wildhair, there you see some damage to the back of the Wildhair. They'll tear away the bumper there. So Marvin Smith and Wildhair with some problems right off the bat in Charleston, West Virginia. Clydesdale coming out. Bennett Clark out of Powder Springs, Georgia, side by side with Dave Wysorek's Nightlife. Wysorek, the winner of one of the biggest races of 1989 in the Houston Astrodome. Very, very close between Wysorek and Bennett Clark. Old rivals. These guys saw each other a lot in '89, and in 1990 they start off. Let's get a look at it once again and see if you can determine who actually won the race by a look at the video camera. Coming to the finish, and Watch where the finish line poles are. There you see it. And indeed, it did appear that by just the slenderest of margins, the victory went to Bennett Clark's Clydesdale. And it's kind of unique because actually getting off the cars first was Nightlife, but you got to hit that finish line first. The Mopar Magic and Gary Wiggins then putting away Buffalo Tremor by a full length. Mopar Magic may be one of the most improved trucks in 1990. Gary Wiggins has started this year off with an impressive victory as he is able to get the win and put away Buffalo Tremor and John Kwasniewski, who a lot of people have high hopes for. Steve Wilkie, a man in a hot seat, replacing Rod Litzow in USA 1. But right now, he's not worried about trying to live up to that reputation. He's just worried about trying to be able to run it all. USA 1 is on fire at the starting line, unable to get her started. It's transmission problem and fire coming from underneath. A disgusted Steve Wilkie apparently is not going to be able to run here at Charleston, West Virginia Civic Center. So Wilkie, who is dying to get out there and show that he is the driver to take USA 1 to the 90s, will be throttled this night in Charleston, West Virginia. Chris Chapman going to get a chance to spend some time with a disgusted Steve Wilkie. Whoa, there you see the blaze. No hot dogs, a little fire extinguisher to put it out. Wilkie unhappy. The 1988 world champion, not starting 1990 as he had hoped.
Steve, how do you feel? You get all the way to the line and then a torque converter blows and you're out.
This is TV, Chris. I can't. Of course, disheartening. We were strong. You know, we'll be back tomorrow. But it's a sport. That's all I can say, really.
Now, you're a little concerned that you got to the line and then you were pulled off the line. Tell me about that.
Well, the rules say you have to bring the truck to the line, okay? And if you read between the lines, that means the light has to go green. The light didn't go green. I couldn't move. We dumped tranny fluid in, tried several things, and I couldn't move. So I feel they're going to take ground money and, you know, whatever goes along with the light going green, so to speak.
Wilkie just trying to make his case for being at the starting line. He could have received points as well as money in a losing cause, but as it is, he doesn't even get an opportunity to run in the second round. Now, Wildhair coming out against the Clydesdale. Marvin Smith getting it repaired after smacking the wall, returns as a fast loser to take on Clydesdale, who you saw just a moment ago barely edging Nightlife in their matchup in the first round. Marvin Smith and Wildhair could be the story of this event if he's able to get a win over the Clydesdale. You can kind of see how the bumper was smashed up against the grill there. That was where he hit the wall earlier. Now, against Bennett Clark. And the Wildhair dominates it. The fans going nuts in the Charleston Civic Center. They love to see a guy come back from a little adversity, and I'll tell you, this may be a truck that gained popularity this year. The kids love the paint style, and Marvin Smith has certainly taken his driving style up a notch. Very impressive with a comeback win over Clydesdale. The Outlaw, the big Ford, out to take on the Nightlife Chevrolet. Nightlife back is a fast loser, but Outlaw has done a lot of talking at the end of 1989, and now is his opportunity to start backing it up. Mike Wine out of Pennsauken, New Jersey, in the Outlaw. Mike Wine delights in beating Chevrolets, and he got it done right there. The Nick Rossi-owned Ford out of Pennsauken, New Jersey, advances into the semifinal round with a victory over Nightlife and Dave Weishaupt. Here you see it again, the all-new paint scheme, the good-looking Outlaw getting about a tire-length victory over the Nightlife Chevrolet. Gravedigger, the most popular monster truck in the world, out against Mopar Magic. Dennis Anderson started 89, dominating the points race, faded later on. This is the first points race of 1990. And again, he looks like he could be dominant. Dennis Anderson gets the victory over a home state guy, Gary Wiggins and Mopar Magic. We're going to watch the Digger once again as he picks up the victory. Dennis Anderson lights on with a big win. The semifinals in Charleston coming right up on ESPN.